Some rabbit tracks. That's what the coyotes are after. Alright, check this out, guys. This is stuff that I really like to see because Mr. Buck is alive and well. He made it through hunting season. Coyotes haven't got him yet. And here's the proof. We've got some prints right there, some good ones. He came walking out of the woods right up to this tree and started rubbing on it. That is fantastic news. You can see he came running out of the woods right to that tree and then turned right around and headed back that way. So cool. I'll be looking for him in November. There are deer tracks everywhere up here. And some pea. Howdy homies, it's one of the coldest days of the year this year. It's going to be a low of about 6 degrees tonight, and I'm camping without any shelter, just out in the open with my sleeping bag. So this should be fun. Right now it's currently about 15 degrees. It's not going to get any warmer than that. And I'm out here with my buddy JP, just out on the land, doing this in a controlled environment. If anything goes wrong, I'm going to be safe, right? I'm just a short walk from home, but we're out here trying to brave the elements and have a good time. The MO for today is collect a whole bunch of wood and build a big ass fire. Yep. And then when we're tired, I'm going to crawl into my sleeping bag and that'll be that. With any luck, I'll be nice and comfy. I'm pretty sure I will. I'm looking forward to this. I like doing stuff like this at least once a year. I usually do something kind of silly in the wintertime in the woods, and this is that time right now. Thanks for joining me, and let's have some fun. I have a spot right there picked out for my sleeping bag. That's where it's all going to go down. It's time to start collecting wood, fire. Oh, that feels good. Whew. Yeah. JP's setting up his tent over there. We're gonna have our fire right here. And I'm setting up right over there. I brought a pillow. Alright guys, that is my setup for the night. Yep, pretty basic. So here's what we have. We've got my Outdoor Vitals 0 degree sleeping bag. I brought a pillow from home. My Nemo Tensor Alpine, regular wide, on top of my Thermarest Z Light. That's the system for tonight. Now that I have this all laid out and set up, I'm going to take all the stuff that's on this drop cloth right here, the ground sheet, put it in the sleeping bag, put it in the backpack, and then I'm going to take the ground sheet and cover up my setup. That'll keep it nice and protected and stop the snow from blowing on it and whatnot. Keep it clean for me until I'm ready to climb in that thing tonight. I love it. For tonight's drinking pleasure, it is good old Jim Beam in the Nalgene. There's wood everywhere out here. Now I'm gonna take this bottle of boiling water and I'm gonna put it inside the Polar Jammer. My buddy Jeremy made this open-ended, down. It's got cinch cords on each side. And this thing is awesome for all kinds of reasons. But what I've learned to do and what I really like to do in winter camping is take this bottle, put it in this down sock, and now I'm gonna take my headlamp and all my batteries, anything that I don't want to get frozen, put them in this sock with that bottle, and this thing is going inside my sleeping bag. Now obviously you want to make good and sure that that bottle is sealed and not leaking, because if your sleeping bag gets wet, I'm screwed. That'd be game over. I have to go home. I don't want to go home. Now when I need my headlamp or spare batteries or anything of the sort, they're right there, nice and toasty. And it's kind of snowing out a little bit. Flurries. There was no weather predicted in the forecast, so hopefully this doesn't get any... Hopefully this doesn't pick up, because that could be interesting. I may have outdone myself. We shall see. We shall see. It's pretty chilly out. This water is already starting to freeze. Like, there's quite a bit of ice in there. I'm gonna get some tea going. This is chocolate spearmint that we grow in the homestead. I like to dry it and use it as tea. And that's exactly what's going down tonight. Make a bunch of tea and then put it in a thermos. Well over 2 years old. This footprint still going strong. Clink. That is a good looking crotch. That has my wheels turning. What I'm thinking about doing is running a ridge pole from there over to that tree there. That looks like a perfect spot to build some sort of a bushcraft shelter. And this is a really cool spot for a bushcraft shelter because it's got that ridge way back there. It's nice and open through there. A couple 100 yards that way, we've got the brook. And there's tons and tons and tons of deer track out here. There's tracks everywhere out here. They're all over the place. This area has always been of interest to me, so I think I'm gonna build something right there. That looks really promising. And this is JP's setup over here.
Would you like the tour?
Yeah, what are you rocking? Tell us about it.
This is the Lux Mini Peak XL, which folks are probably quite familiar with. Inside we've got the gear stash, I did use the winter inner for this trip, but we've got the REI 15 degree in there, a Cedar Summit 25 degree liner, and all the puffy gear.
All the puffy gear.
All the puffy gear.
It's a nice setup.
I've never even used this thing with a stove.
Dude, this is one of my favorite tents ever.
It is pretty
It's
excellent
such a cool
in
tent.
terms of setting up. It's super easy to set up. Pretty excited about it, so.
Nice. You gotta try it at the stove sometime.
I will.
Super cool tent. Seriously. Bang for the buck. That Mini Peak XL, pretty hard to beat. Got my tea steeping. JP over there. Me over there. This is gonna be fun. It's about 10 degrees out right now. JP is making me one of his fun drinks.
And a skillet.
In a skillet. I don't have a cup, so skillet it is.
Yep.
Use what you got.
Blood orange and skillet.
Ah.
Yeah. Would be easier to drink in a cup, but it's gonna taste good.
Hey, it's gonna work just right. It's gonna do what it's supposed to. Oh, here goes nothing. That's tasty. I think this might be the first time I've ever had a drink out of a frying pan.
Yeah, it's definitely the first time I ever made one.
Cheers, folks. This ain't so bad.
That shit.
It's snowing. That is exactly why I covered my sleeping bag with that ground sheet. That's what I'm dealing with. This is an jalapeno popper grilled cheese sandwich that I pre-made at home. Got cheese in here, cream cheese, jalapenos. This is gonna be good.
Got some butter to cook it in?
Oh, I've already got the butter on this.
Oh, okay.
It's pre-buttered and everything, man. Almost took her too far. It's perfect. That's gonna be good. Soup and sandwich. This grilled cheese is amazing. The jalapenos, cream cheese, American cheese, a little bit of mustard. Pre-made it at home. Oh, it's so good. And this tea. Delicious. It really hits the spot. Nice hot food. It is 10 o'clock. It's about 10 degrees. And I'm hopping in my sleeping bag. It's time to go to bed. I'm a little chilly, not too bad, but I'm really looking forward to hopping in that bag. And fingers crossed everything goes well tonight. I'm gonna put on my booties, crawl in the bag, and I'm out. Unless anything crazy happens, I'll see you guys in the morning. Here's my view. I did it. Good morning. That actually wasn't bad. I was very comfortable. I had a very comfortable night. I didn't even wake up and have to go to the bathroom. Slept right through. Yeah. I wonder what the temperature is right now. Headlamp out. Outdoor vitals for the win. Ah! Oh, I got JP over there. You see him taking it around. What a fun night. That was awesome. These booties are awesome. These are just Sierra design. And they've always worked really, really well for me. I cannot believe how comfortable I was last night. Nice and comfy. Let's go check that temperature. We burnt a lot of wood last night. That's like your primary objective, is just cutting wood. When you're out here in cold weather, hanging out by the fire, these fires chew through a lot of it, and you want a big fire to throw off a lot of heat. That was quite the fire at a few points last night. Fun. All right, let's go check JP. Morning.
Morning.
How'd you do in the mini peak?
Did well.
Excellent. Excellent.
10 degrees.
Yeah, mine says it's a little bit lower,
Yeah.
I think.
We're gonna go with the low one and take credit for it. Definite temperature difference getting out of that inner this morning. You know, as soon as I unzipped it, you could feel the cool air come in.
It's a nice tent. I'm glad that you had a decent night. Nemo Tensor, Alpine Edition. Worked great. I did not feel any cold coming up from underneath. The pad didn't pop. Works just as it's supposed to. And I was comfortable. These things, they are comfortable. I'll give them that. This pad's awesome. Definitely works. And the last part of my sleep system is right here. Thermarest. Now, I don't usually use this. I'm not necessarily using this for heat and comfort. What I use these for is preservation of the very expensive air mattress. I don't want sticks or pokey things poking up and popping the air mattress, so this is my line of defense against that. Cheap, lightweight, and it works. It definitely helps in comfort, but it preserves the pad. Brought my down pants out and I never even used them. Love testing gear and finding out what you're capable of. I didn't think that I was going to have any issues last night because I've done more in worse conditions with less gear. Just really happy to report that it was a ton of fun. I had a great time with JP last night and sleeping was a success. I was nice and warm, slept right through. Good stuff. I love that sleeping bag. I think it's time to do a review. I've had it long enough. And here comes the sun. Da-da-da-da. And the ground sheet, this is something that I feel like it's actually worth talking about. When I'm in my sleeping bag in the sleep system, I had this ground sheet off to the side next to me to hold some things. And in the event that I have to get out of the sleeping bag at night to go to the bathroom, I get to step on that, not snow. So that's much better for your feet. You're not going to be tracking in a whole bunch of snow inside the sleeping bag when you get back into it. Multi-purpose. Never go camping without a ground sheet. I don't anyway. Ground sheet. Even when I hammock, I have a ground sheet. They come in handy. I've got this thing pushing up on my beard. It feels funny. Nope, 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 nope. One more thing I'd like to show you is the polar jammer here. Had my water in it that I boiled last night right before I went to bed. I took this out of my sleeping bag and set it on the ground sheet because I didn't want it in the sleeping bag with me. I didn't think I would need it. It's not iced up at all. Not even a little bit of ice in there. Nice and cold, but it doesn't really taste all that great. Boiled water just doesn't taste the same. But it's water nonetheless. Polar jammer. My buddy Jeremy from All Things Outdoors makes these, and he actually sent me a black one, and he sent me this one for my daughter, which was very nice of him. And I've had these things for quite some time, a couple years now. I've never really talked about them for some reason. I don't know why. I should, because they're super handy. You can do all kinds of things with these things. But I like the pink one because I know what it is. I've got a lot of black gear, and I like knowing what's what. And this being pink tells me exactly what it is because I don't have anything else that's pink. I'm going to steal this one. My daughter's going to get the black one. And seriously, these things are so handy. You can put things in them. They're double-ended, so you can put them on fanny packs so that you have a hand pocket or keep whatever's in your fanny pack warm. You can load them up with a hot water bottle and batteries like I did. You could put stuff in them and make yourself a really nice pillow. To a creative mind, I'm sure the possibilities are endless. I could take a hot hands, toss it in here, toss in my batteries and go hiking for the day. They'd be fine. So, Jeremy, All Things Outdoors, he's the guy that makes these. If this is something that interests you, hit him up. Give him a chat. Give him a chat. It's cold. Give him a shout, and I'm sure he'd be happy to get one to you. Polar jammer. All right, we're pretty much packed up and ready to go. I feel great this morning. JP, he didn't trick me last night. I'm very pleased with the performance of the gear last night, and I'm quite happy with my comfort level last night. I did not get cold at any point throughout the night, so really pumped about that. It's super fun testing gear, testing your capabilities, hanging out with good people, good friends, good time. It's good in the woods. As always, thank you for watching. Later.